In this article, we will discuss about many things like array, pointer, machine language, high-level language, user-defined functions. Right? Basically, some of them are directly in the syllabus, and some are you can include in introduction also. Like first, we will discuss about difference between array and pointer. Basically, array is not directly into syllabus. Pointer is there, but they are interrelated. That's why we have discussed. First of all, we will discuss the array, then pointer. You can discuss side by side also. Basically, array is a collection of homogeneous data. Mean Hominy data means same type of fruits like banana, apples, right? That you can say like vegetables, different vegetables we can have. That is a homogeneous data. So memory is static. Static means once you have to fix the memory in the whatever the program has to take, that we will fix. It refers to elements only. Array. Array is basically elements only. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many elements you want? Like fruits, I want 5. So 5 fruits you can write. Other is it is slower. Means if you take the execution time, execution time for the array will be very slow and syntax. Different type of syntax means how you will write in the program, right? So if you want to have a one-dimensional array and a two-dimensional array in C plus program, you can write in this way. First, the data type means uh, int, float, whatever that you want. Int, suppose we have int, you can write int here also. Array name is, but whatever you want name of the array, you can write here a. And then the one dimension is array is there and 5 elements are there, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If 4 are there, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Yes. So in this way we can write. And if the array is two dimensional, then uh, data type we will have first of all like int. Then the name of the array we can have to any name you can have, matrix IF we can have, MSC we can have, right? Any name you can have. Then the number of rows and number of columns, right? That's why two dimensional, okay. Now basically, what is array? If you compare with example, like this is a almirah, and if you want to store things in the almirah, naturally we want spaces for that, right? Uh, almirah can be very large also, it can be short also, right? Depending upon the memory. Then the further number of rows and columns in the almirah we can fix. Same thing we can have. Now pointer, what is the purpose of pointer? The difference between array and pointer is basically array tells about the almirah and pointer tells about where that almirah is there. Suppose almirah is there you want to know about almirah. So in program you have to mention the address for that. That here is almirah. Then in the whatever you want to store in almirah, that is the purpose of array. That is broadly difference between array and pointer. So if you want to discover pointer, it is used for address storage only. Nothing means for data, all things are stored in array, and pointer is only for address. Memory dynamic, dynamic memory allocation means you can change the memory also. Okay, it is faster also. Naturally, only address is required. Only address is required, so it is faster. And if you want to write syntax, it is int star a. Basically, this can be written as in this way: int MSC 5 means for 5 elements we have to store in this array, right? So this can be the allocation. Like MSC was the name, MSC here. All these are int, like 16, 2, 77, 44, 1207. All these are basically int. No points are there. It is not float type data. So in this way, like we can store the data in the int also. But that's the difference mainly. So these are the basic you must know about the computer machine level language. It is understood. It is basically understood by the computer. They no need a compiler in the machine language means like 386, 486, right? These type of computers are there. These are as provided with this computer. That's why no need a compiler. It itself will, if you own the computer, it will be on. But in program, compiler is required. Like in C++, you want compiler. That's why at the start of program, when we write the program, then we say compile it. These are not portable. You cannot port the machine language one computer to other. One is 386 coding language there, machine level language is there. You can't port it. Then difficult to debug, difficult to understand. Execution is very fast. Depending upon the computer, it will be the slow or fast will be there. Generally, it is very fast. Only then that computer will be liked by somebody. Written in binary language only. Like it will be written in binary language only. That's why it's very difficult to understand. These are machine dependent. Machines like 386, 286, 486, so Pentium, so that it is that way. It is machine dependent. Then high language, not understood by computer directly. Computer cannot understand directly. That's why at the start of program we write about the different header files. Whatever is there in the header files, only that will be understood by the computer. There is a compiler in it. That's why we compile the program. So compiler is always needed. These are portable. Portable means if you want to talk to data, if you want to write an high-level language in a particular computer, and you want to shift that to another computer, you can shift that also. Easy to debug also. Easy to understand also. Education is slow. It takes time. Like sometimes time taken by the this computer for a particular language is very large. It depends upon the program also, and so in that way I am writing education is low, written in English, general English, because if you write any program in C++, that is simple English basically. These are machine independent, doesn't depend upon the machine. Almost all the language are run by the this computer. That's why it is we are saying it is machine independent. Further library function. It is predefined in the language. Like at the start of program, always we say about the this uh, predefined functions. Like header file we are saying, so all the functions are stored in that. User cannot create all library function on own. So whatever we define in the that header file, so that we can use. We cannot create on its own. These are stored in a special language file. So that's what we are mentioning at the start. If users want to do library function in the program, we must call the library file. So at the start we call the library file. Only those things can be used. Whatever we want to use, we have to call the lettered files. Uh, Only then we can use them, right? We at the start we say include, like math. If we want to use the data about math, so accordingly library function, library file, header file, that file related to math, this math calculations, that we have to use. only then we can do the math calculation. Otherwise, it will say error. So header file we have to mention. So similarly, it is compulsory to have a library function in the program. Not compulsory. So it is not so that library function, like suppose I want to write a program for hello only. Say hello. So no library function is required there. Like a square root, if you want to write about square root, that is the library function, user defined function. It is not user predefined in the compiler. That is not defined in the compiler. That we write according to our use. These are they are basically created by user as per the requirement. You can mean wherever you want, you can create it also. They are not sort that we already discussed. There is no such requirement also. These are not required. Only thing is if you want to use it, only then we will write. Execution of program begins from the user defined function. User defined function. So whenever you write a program, right, it will start from here. It is compulsory to have a user defined function in the program. So user defined function is compulsory. Earlier was we have said predefined functions that were not compulsory, but user defined function is compulsory. We will start with it. Thank you. That these are the what are the basics I wanted to discuss with you, right? If you have any questions, you can write the mail also, and you can send a message also. Accordingly, I will reply for that. Thank you.